Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, we are reading today from Bhagavad Gita as it is, and it's chapter 10, verse 26. Maybe can I stay like this? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's better. Okay. Okay, good, yeah. So we will read today chapter 10, verse 26. So at first I will read it, the whole verse, and then we can read it together. So, Ashvatha sarva vrikshanam divashinam chanaradaha gandharvanam chitraratham sitanam kapilo munihi. And now we can read it together. So I will read it first and then you can repeat. Ashvatha sarva vrikshanam divashinam chanaradaha gandharvanam chitrarathaha sitanam kapilo munihi. Ashvatha sarva vrikshanam divasinam chanaradaha gandharvanam chitrarathaha sitanam kapilo munihi. Ashvatha sarva vrikshanam divasinam chanaradaha gandharvanam chitrarathaha sitanam kapilo munihi. Okay, Prabhus. Ashvatha sarva vrikshanam divashinam chanaradaha gandharvanam chitrarathaha sitanam kapilo munihi. Ashvatha sarva vrikshanam divashinam chanaradaha gandharvanam chitrarathaha siddhanam kamilo munihi. Mataji? Oh, would you like? Ashvatha sarva vrikshanam devashinam chanaradaha gandharvanam chitraradham sitanam kapilo muni. Okay, Matajis. Ashvatha sarva vrikshanam devarishinam chanaradaha gandharvanam chitrarata sitanam kapilo munihi. Mataji, would you like to read? Yes. Asvatha sarva vrikshanam devasinam chanaradaha gandharvanam chitrarataha sitanam kapilo munihi. Okay. So then I will read the translation. Of all trees, I am the banyan tree, and of the sages among the demigods, I am Narada. Of the Gandharvas, I am Chitarata, and among perfect beings, I am the sage Kapila. And purport. The banyan tree, Ashwatha, is one of the highest and most beautiful trees, and people in India often worship it as one of their daily morning rituals. Among the demigods, they also worship Narada, who is considered the greatest devotee in the universe. Thus, he is the representation of Krishna as a devotee. The Gandhara planet is filled with entities who sing beautifully, and among them, the best singer is Chitraratha. Amongst the perfect living entities, Kapila, the son of Devahuti, is a representative of Krishna. He is considered an incarnation of Krishna, and his philosophy is mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Later on, another Kapila became famous, but his philosophy was atheistic. Thus, there is a gulf of difference between them. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Amagyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakayam Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Svayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaisnavam Scha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Ragunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savathutam Pajana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishahan Vitam Scham I Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radha Vrindashvaneshwari Vrisabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Kriye Vanchakalpa Tarupyascha Kripa Sindhu Naivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadigura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. So then I will repeat the verse. Ashvatha sarva vrikshanam devashinam chanaradaha gandharvanam chitrarataha siddhanam kapilo munihi. And translation: all of trees, I'm the banyan tree, and of the sages among the demigods, I'm Narada. Of the Gandharvas, I'm Chitrarata, and among perfect beings, I'm the sage Kapila. So, we have very wonderful verse, and the chapter, it's a the 10th chapter, the opulence of the Absolute. And so, as you can understand from the title, and the main topic of this lecture, it's the opulences of the Absolute, Vibhutis. And at first, maybe it would be helpful, like, to understand what is the whole situation. So we remember that Arjuna and Krishna, they are on the battle of Kurukshetra, battlefield of the Kurukshetra, and Arjuna, the friend of Krishna, he asks Krishna to tell him about the absolute truth. And in the beginning of the 10th chapter, we learned also that Arjuna is already aware of the absolute truth, and he is also convinced that Krishna is the personality of Godhead. And that's why he is now very curious about, because he knows, so like Krishna, it's a personality of Godhead, and Arjuna is very curious. He would like to know him more and more, and that's why he asks, as Arjuna asks Krishna about more and more details. It's like in everyday situation. For example, if we get to know somebody, and if we like this person, then we have also this desire, like to get to know more this person, like more details, yeah. And that's why Arjuna asks, it was in the same chapter, I think it was in the 18th verse. So Arjuna asked Krishna to tell him about his opulences. It means that Arjuna would like to know more and more details about the personality of Godhead. And in the next verse, in the 19th verse of the 10th chapter, Krishna answers Arjuna, and he says also that I would like to tell you about my opulences, but my opulences, they are limitless. Yes, there is no limit. And he says, Krishna says also, so I'm the beginning, I'm the middle, and I'm the end, like the Purnam, as a complete and perfect. And then I was also, I asked me, because the chapter is the opulence of the Absolute, and then I was curious, why is it so important? So it's like the whole chapter has this title, the opulence of the Absolute, and I was thinking then, why is Krishna warns us to know about his opulence? Why is it so important? And if we think, so the opulence starts with the creation of our population, as Krishna wanted to create the material world. It was because of the desires of his eternal parts and parcels. So we live in entities, we have our desires, yeah. And Krishna, he is very he takes care of us, and with the great love he wants that all our desires will be fulfilled. And that's why he created also this universe, and he created the material world from Prakriti. And because he wanted that we will fulfill our desires. And Krishna asked Brahma. So at first he created like this 24 elements, and he put the soul of Jiva in these 24 elements in this material world. And then he asked also Brahma to create different to populate the earth, and to create also different bodies according to their desires. And why is the opulence so important? Because the opulence brings the attraction. Yeah. So if we know more about the opulence of the personality of Godhead, then we can be more attracted. Yeah, so if we see somebody is very beautiful, or somebody is a very good musician, or somebody is very strong, then we will be automatically attracted to this person. And so in this verse, we have also some examples about the opulences of the Lord. And the first example is banyan tree. And then I was also very curious about banyan tree. So I wanted to know how can we describe it. And I found also in the Srimad Bhagavatam some descriptions of banyan tree, and I would like to read it. So yeah, okay. So the first description, I have two descriptions, and the first description is in Srimad Bhagavatam 4:632. So that banyan tree was 800 miles high, and its branches spread over 600 miles around. The tree cast a fine shade which permanently cooled the temperature, yet there was no noise of birds. So, like we have that the banyan tree was 800 miles high. So, can you imagine it? So, yeah, it's 1,287 kilometer. So it's more like 1,000 kilometer. So high. It's so incredible. And its branches spread over 600 miles. So 600 miles, it's like almost 1,000 kilometer. So it's 1,000 kilometer, even over, then 1,000 kilometer high, and then 1,000 kilometer spread. It's great. And here we have also one of the function of the tree. It has like direct and also metaphoric meaning. So the tree cast a fine shade which permanently cooled the temperature, yet there was no noise of birds. So usually, of course, even if you go to the park, yeah, or even if you go in the forest, and if it's a very sunny day, then you look for shelter. Yeah, and you go to the tree, and then you can rest. You can take a rest under the tree because the shadow is there. It's calm there. It's very nice. It's pleasant there to sit under the tree. And In this case, we can compare it also with the metaphorical meaning that, because Krishna says here, I'm the banyan tree. So the strands, the banyan tree is very strong. Yeah, it's a very big tree, the great tree, and it gives also a shelter. And another description. So, and the another description is from Srimad Bhagavatam 10, 18, 22. It in the purport. They saw that best of all trees. So the best of all trees, which had many long branches. So many long branches. With its dense covering of leaves, it resembled a cloud sitting on the earth. So it's like a big cloud. Sitting on the earth. Indeed, its form was so large that it appeared like a mountain covering half the sky. Yeah, like a big mountain covering half the sky. Can you imagine? So the sky is limitless. And the banyan tree is like a mountain covering half the sky. Many birds with charming blue wings frequented that great tree, whose dense fruits and leaves made it seem like a cloud accompanied by a rainbow, or like a house decorated with creepers and flowers. It spread its broad roots downward and carried upon itself the sanctified clouds. That banyan tree was like the lordly master of all other trees. And here we can see also this in Ishvara principle. The banyan tree was like the lordly master of all other trees. Yeah, so the master of all other trees in that vicinity, as it performed the all auspicious functions of warding off the rain and the heat of the sun. Such was the appearance of that Grotha tree known as Pandira, which seemed just like the peak of a great mountain. So, and here we can see that banyan tree as a really as a very great and big and high tree, and the best tree of all trees. And to show his greatness, I would like also to tell the story. So I think that the most know the story, but there is also a very important part about banyan tree, and it shows us his greatness. So once Narada Muni, he was traveling, and he was walking in the forest, and one Brahman saw him and asked him, do you go to the Lord? Maybe you could ask him when I will get my liberation. And then Narada Muni said, okay, I will ask him. And then I will let you know. And Narada Muni was continuing to walk, and after some time he met also a cobbler, so shoemaker, and he was sitting also under the banyan tree, and a shoemaker asked him also, so if you go to the Lord, maybe you could ask him about my liberation. And Narada Muni said, yes, of course, I will ask him, and then I will let you know. And so Narada Muni went to the Lord, and as Narada Muni met the Lord, then they were talking, and at the end Narada Muni remembered that he promised the Brahman and the Shumaha to ask about the liberation, and then he asked the Lord about it. And the Lord said that okay, you can tell that a shoemaker, he will get liberation after in this life after his death. And then Narada Muni was very surprised. Why? So we have like Brahman. He is a very learned person. He knows so many scriptures, and he has very sattvic life. And then the Lord said, okay, you can, if they will ask you what I'm doing, you can tell them that I push the elephant, so like the big elephant. Yeah, you know how does an elephant look. So I push the elephant through the eye of a needle. Yeah, so we have like a needle, yeah, and it's like very small, and this needle it has also very small like eye, this hole, yes. And the Lord, he pushes like the big elephant through this eye of the needle. And okay, Narada Muni was very surprised, but he said, okay, I will tell them. And then he went back in the forest, and at first he met Brahmana. And Brahmana asked, so you was with the Lord, what is he doing? And then Narada Muni said to Brahmana, so the Lord is pushing the elephant through the eye of the needle. And Brahmana was so confused, and he didn't really believe in it. And he said, "So it's what are you talking about? It's not possible." And then Narada Muni went to the shoemaker. And shoemaker asked him also, so you saw the Lord. Maybe you could tell me what is he doing right now? I would like know it. I would like to know it. And then Narada Muni said that the Lord is pushing the elephant through the eye of the needle. And a shoemaker was so like happy, and he said, "Oh, my Lord is so wonderful, is so great, so amazing, and so incredible." And the Narada Muni was so shocked. How can you believe in it, that it's not possible that somebody can push the big elephants through a very, very tiny eye of the needle? And the shoemaker said, "Look, I'm sitting now at the banyan tree, and if you take a seed of this banyan tree, you can see that through this tiny little seed of the banyan tree, in some time will grow a very, very, very big tree. It's a miracle. How is it possible? And why you ask me then I don't believe that the Lord can push the elephant through the eye of the needle. So the Lord is he can everything." And it's also a very nice example of the greatness of the banyan tree. So, and then we continue the next. And of the sages among the demigods, I'm Narada. So Narada Muni, I think that most of you heard already many stories about Narada Munis. Maybe somebody would like tell us something about Narada Muni. What do you know about Narada Muni? Yes, he travels around the universe, right? Genau. So he's like eternal spaceman. Yes. Yes, right. He can travel. Mhm. Yes, he is grandson of Lord Vishnu. Yes, he's sannyasi. Yes, troublemaker. Ah, okay, yes. So, genau. So he's. I will repeat it because for our online listeners. So he's a trouble. He's known like a troublemaker. But so he brings like troubles only at the beginning, but the end is very like happy end at the end. Yes. Okay, yeah, and he is also like sannyasi and brahmachari. Yes, he does not have family. Yes, very nice. Yeah, he plays Veena. Okay. And Veena, it's a very special Veena. Yeah, so the Veena, it was given him by the Lord Krishna himself, and Veena produces transcendental divine sound. Okay, somebody else? Okay, yeah. Yes, yes, thank you. Very nice example. Yeah. Yes, so then I will summarize it. So we know that Narada Muni, he was the son of a very simple woman, yeah, a maidservant. And in the last lives, to his mother, he was serving the brahmanas, devotees, and that's why. He could listen about the past, about the Lord, about the pastimes of the Lord from the very early years. And it's also very nice because it's a very nice example how can we reach the Lord, how can we get to know the Lord, yeah, how can we attain the love to the Lord through listening. Yeah, listening, it's very important, and Narada Muni is the best example of it. So if we will listen about the pastimes of the Lord, about the descriptions of the Lord, then our heart will be purified with the time, and we will experience the love to the Lord. And it's said also that Narada Muni is considered to be Sakyavesha Avatara, potent with opulence devotion. Yeah. Okay. So, and then we can go to the next example. The next example is so of the Gandharvas, I'm Chitraratha. Okay. Do somebody knows who Gandharvas? Like angels, okay? But Mm-hmm.
and so closer to the devatas, and they are endowed with more powers than we have. They can do Maya Yuddha.
Mm-hmm.
They can fight invisibly. Chitraratha was very famous for that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they can bless you. Uh,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. Thank you very much. And what is their special ability?
they are very good dancers.
Yes, dancers and musicians. Yes,
So
yes.
when somebody sings very well, we say the Gandharva Gana.
Yes, right. Yeah, right. Yes. So yeah, so Gandharvas, they're very famous because they are like very and very good dancers and musicians. And Chitra Rath, it's their king. Yes. So, and then the last example is, and among perfected beings, I'm the sage Kapila. So, perfected beings, I'm the sage Kapila. And as a Kapila Dev is considered to be an avatar, an incarnation of the Lord, and he is perfected beings. And then the question is why Krishna says so, among perfected beings I'm the sage Kapila. So what do we know about the Lord Kapila? The Lord Kapila was born by the very famous sage Kadama Muni and his wife Devahuti. And it was already as so if you know, so Kardama Muni is a sage. Yeah, he was living like the whole time in the forest, and he did also so many austerities and penances, and was very to say so he did anyway very many tapasya. And as the time came, he married Devahuti, and Devahuti was a prince. She was from the king's family. Yeah, she was yeah, like royal princess. Can you? And that's why she was not really used like to live in the forest and do so much tapasya. But as they married. She was very humble, and she was living together with his husband in very humble conditions, under very humble conditions in the forest. And after some time, she looked already like very thin and very tired, and that's why Kadama Muni, he was very pleased by her service. And Kadama Muni, as we know, he is a Siddhi Yoga. It means he possesses a mystical yoga power, and he could create very beautiful and great palace with gardens, and so it was very opulent. And then he created also a big like airplane, and it was so great that on this airplane you could see even lakes and gardens, and it was a huge airplane. And they had together 9 daughters. And then after this time, the Lord came to Kapila Dev and said that because Devahuti, she wanted that they could have a son, yeah, because usually in the Vedic culture, a son has to take care of the mother, because according to Varnashrama system, if you are already like 50 years old, then a man, so a husband has to go and do tapasya, yeah, and do preaching. And that's why the Vahuti wanted that they will have a son, and then this son can take care of her. And the Lord came and revealed to them that he will that they will get a son, and the son will be the Lord himself. So it will be his incarnation in the form of Kapila Dev. And he said also that Kapila Dev will teach her mother how to reach the love of the Lord. And so after some time, Devahuti brought to the world a child, and it was Kapila Dev. And after it, the Kadama Muni, he leaves the house, and he went then to the forest to do meditation. And Kapila Dev, yes, so he was very since young years he was very how to say yes, thank you very much. Yes, he was very dedicated to perform, to render the service, and to develop devotion and love to the Lord. And even in Srimad Bhagavatam, in the third canto, we have like teachings of the Lord Kapila, where he explains how can we reach the birth of the Lord. And among all these advices, instructions, it's important like to know. It's important to listen from other devotees, poor devotees, about the Lord. And it's also important to have association of the devotees. And if we will do this, then it will purify our hearts from all our sins. And when our heart is purified, then we can see and we can know the Lord. And why we speak here also about opulences of the Lord, Vibhutis, because it's not enough. It's not enough, like, to know that the Lord is everywhere, and it's so like the cause of all causes, aham sarvasya prabhavo. It's also very important to try to know more and more and more about the Lord. What does he like? What which friends does he have? And which dishes does he like? How does he spend his day? So it's very important to engage our mind in this meditation. And all these opulences in this chapter 10, all these examples help us to remember Krishna, and to remember the Lord, and every part of this world. So, for example, if we see the banyan tree, then we can remember Krishna. If we see or if we hear about Narada Muni, we can remember Krishna. Or if we see or if we hear about Gandharvas and Chitraratha, then we can remember Krishna, and so on. So all these opulences, all they give more attraction. They give more possibility to feel this attraction, to develop this attraction to the Lord, because more details we know about Krishna, more strong relationship we can develop with the Lord. Even in if we have relationships in this material world, like with our family or with friends or with our husband or with our wife, as more details we know about this person, more we love this person. Yeah, because if you know somebody really good, then you love this person. And yes, so I will stop here. Yes. Okay.
I'll do it in English. Just to this last point that you said, there is also this famous saying that familiarity breeds contempt, which is almost the opposite of like knowing a lot about one person and be so close. So how can we, if you can explain some more, like why is there this saying also, and how you get what you get this question?
Not the beginning. Could you please repeat?
No, I try to repeat. So there is a famous saying, maybe you've heard it: familiarity breeds contempt.
Okay. Familiarity brings content.
Breeds. Familiariteit.
Okay.
Yeah. When it's too familiar, and then it kind of like creates some ill
yes,
feelings.
I got it.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, it's a very good question.
Yeah. So
Okay,
there is this saying, and but you were just speaking about how by knowing more details about somebody, then we develop love.
Okay, yes, thank you very much. So so the question was like if we if we are too close to somebody, then it can be that maybe we will know like also unpleasant things about this person. And okay, yes, of course, in this material world, it may be the point that we have to keep the distance, yeah, even in a relationship with, in the family, with our relatives or with our husband or wife, and even with the friends. There is also like we have to keep the right distance, so we shouldn't be like very close to somebody, and we shouldn't be like very far to somebody. But if we speak about Krishna, so Krishna is Purnam. Yeah, Krishna is complete and perfect. And of course, he is the cause of everything. So Hamsarasya Prabhu, and he includes in himself like good and bad qualities, like goodness and ignorance. Life and death, so many opposite qualities. But if we speak about Krishna, then it's all his qualities are perfect. This combination is perfect. It's like, for example, if you cook something, yeah. For example, what can we take? I don't know. Famous dish. Sabji. Okay, for example, we take sabji. How can you make sabji? What ingredients do you need? Okay, we need vegetables, spices, oil, ghee, salt. Okay, which spices would you like to take? Okay, but usually which spices you take? Okay. coriander, cumin, chili, curry. Yes. So, and what is important if we use spices? What is the most important thing? Yes. Yeah, proportion. So if we have like right proportions, that it's very tasty. Yeah. But if we take, for example, too much chili, then it's not very tasty. Yeah. And in the material world, we have this disproportion. Yeah. But in the transcendental and spiritual world, in Krishna, everything is perfect. Perfect. So it's like a perfect sabji with the right proportion. Rasagullas. But of course, as Brian said, so I think in the material world, it's important to take to pay attention on it. So it's we have like to have this distance, to have this right distance, like not too fine, not too close, to be to somebody. It's very important. Yes. Somebody else has other question.
Friends relationship. Arjuna always knew that Krishna was the law, was Paramatma, and we, for our convenience, we describe them as friends. But they themselves say, Arjuna and Krishna were like, oh, "Do you have time? Let's go have a cup of tea." This was not that kind of friendship.
Yes.
Friendship, in the sense, from Krishna to Arjuna, it was kindness, love, and as God towards all, love. But Arjuna always held Krishna as a higher, as God. He always knew that. Throughout Mahabharata, they were together many, many years, and Arjuna never treated Krishna as equal. They had closeness because, Arjuna was married to Krishna's sister, that's okay. But it was not equal kind of thing.
Yes.
So it was always higher, the superior Godhead, Supreme Godhead, and a normal human.
Yes. Very nice example. Thank you very much. Thank you. Jai Shri Prahlad Lakshmi Narasimha ki jai. Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.